This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. Juelz Santana is forced to respond to Camron. Camron on Gillian Wallow's podcast talked about Juelz Santana and how he's really super talented. Mace co-signed it. But he never drops music. He's he's always promising this and that. He's always recording. He's always shooting videos, but he's never putting out music. And he says, I think he's really cheating himself and his fans by not living up to his full potential. I totally agree. I've said this many times. I said back in 2008, when he hadn't dropped an album in 2 years, he should have focused on himself instead of focusing on Skull Gang. Then his studio got raided after that. They took all of his hard drives, and he was discouraged for a while. He had some legal problems, right? Then he dropped God Willing mixtape, I think, that Wiz Khalifa was on. That did okay, but he really didn't have label support for the longest. Then got on Love and Hip Hop, caught a charge, with the gun charge at the airport, did a few years doing that. Dissed Camron while he was in jail, came out, made up with Camron because they're brothers, and they put that aside. Camron really supported him while he was in jail, meaning with posts and stuff, and they were actually working right before he had to go to jail. They were working a lot, but I think they had a little distance after Juelz and Camron. Juelz had dissed Camron again when he came out of jail recently, the past couple years. Even though they made up publicly and have done things publicly together, it's more business and less being tight friends now. Now Cameron's moved on. He's doing a sports show. Jim Jones has been consistently dropping music and videos for the past 4 years and arguably is one of the most active people on Dipset musically. Juelz Santana has been promising things and not dropping. And, I can understand certain things, but you're really cheating yourself by not dropping. He says, I'm sorry, I know I've been saying it, but the truth is I wasn't as ready as I thought I was. I had some demons I've been fighting, whatever that may be. Please, I want this album to be special. Remember, I'm independent. So all I really have is social media to promote with. In the algorithm, you don't think I don't even reach y'all full audience. I was just posting clips and not dropping, and I understand the frustration, but I promise I'm 2024. I'm all in. It's easy to say that before I really need to see him do it. It's like he doesn't have the right people around him. If I was around him, I would be pushing. I actually offered to help him. In 2017 and 18, he put me on an intro of 2 of his songs, Up in the Studio Getting Blown and Up in the Studio Getting Blown Part 2, right? And I reached out to him and I said, hey, salute, I appreciate that. And then I also said, if you need help, I'm willing to help. I was willing to fly up to New York and we could work out some type, my time, whatever. I would have just had fun working with him. When I first started working with Juelz in 2008, I had a notebook full of things I wanted to do with him, from his old mixtapes. Like, people needed to remember Juelz dropped 1 million mixtapes from 2002 to 2008, 1 million of them, and they were all great music. But we were working on Skull Gang stuff instead of his own stuff. I said, can we do both? And when I realized we couldn't do both, I had to part ways because I wasn't trying to build, even though I like Ankasa and Rab and everybody, it was just too, you got to build Juelz up first, then put other people on. On a plane, they tell you, put your mask on first to get oxygen if we have an emergency, then help the person next to you. You can't help the person next to you and then also help yourself because you might pass out from getting no oxygen. You got to make sure you're getting oxygen, then give the next person assistance. I know that's a big rant for this. We can do another video next, but I hope that he actually drops this time, just because he is very talented. Juelz Santana is very talented. Juelz Santana is one of the best to do it, but he doesn't get the credit he deserves. I appreciate you all. This is Jordan Tower with JT News, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.